Are we ready to begin? Alright,
Yep.
so let's, I'd like to speak to Ashish Mehrotra first.
Hi.
Hi. Ashish, tell us about your association with Vikram Phadnis firstly, and then of course, why do you think Bipasha and Rana are perfect for this film?
Well, I actually met Vikram 7 or 8 years ago. I was just working in production for an award function, and I saw how much energy he had in him and how he just took the whole event by storm. He was the captain of the ship and everybody was listening to him. He commanded that respect, he commanded that creativity from everyone, and I was just blown away. And I always thought, no matter what I'm doing, when I'm making a film, somehow Vikram would be a part of it. And 7, 8 years later I met him and he narrated the script to me and I was just blown away. And he narrated the script and we were thinking about who, he told me the characters, how he visualized it and stuff like that. And the characters needed to be strong personalities. And I saw that in Bipasha and Rana, who were also on a journey in the script in a certain way that when you see it, when you do see the film, you'll realize that they're just perfect for the role.
Thanks, Ashish. Amit Suri, let's put the spotlight on you now. So, since you are producing this film in Australia for the first time, what made you choose this script and, of course, Vikram?
Well, I guess the script itself, it's a beautiful story about a family and the celebration of life. And why I chose the script is because personally I believe there's nothing more beautiful in this world than family. And as for Vikram, apart from being a beautiful human being, as we all know, till now, Vikram, he's been part of the fashion industry, the elite, one of the best there. And as an art form, when it comes to films, I believe with this film, Vikram's about to paint his masterpiece. And Ashish and I, we look forward to holding the canvas and passing on the brushes while he does it.
That's wonderful, Vikram. You finally have someone to hold the canvas for you this time. Ladies and gentlemen, no other Indian designer has ever taken the leap of getting into direction. And we have Vikram Phadnis right here in flesh and blood in front of you, and he has taken this leap. It is a high risk to take, Vikram, isn't it? Was this always a part of your dream?
No. I got into the business of fashion after being a choreographer. That also was by default. So I've enjoyed my journey as a choreographer, from a choreographer to a fashion designer. And I think just a natural progression is that you set yourself certain goals and ambitions. God's been great. I think I'm blessed in a certain way that I've been able to achieve something that, what I've always wanted to do. I think like it's a ripple effect, one snowballed into the other, and I started understanding what the duty of the captain of the ship is, being the director, and I started writing the film. I just thought I'd write a nice film and I'd give it to somebody to direct. And then I realized that nobody would understand what I felt about this script. And that's why, from a choreographer to a designer, and designer to a director, for me it's been a journey. It's been a roller coaster ride. I can't say it's been smooth. I can't say it's been tough. What the fashion fraternity has given me is an identity, and I think today I'm encashing on that.
Absolutely, I'm sure you are, and I hope that this whole project together makes you exactly what you want to be someday. And coming up, let's have a chat with Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy. So we are doing the music for the film, of course, and we'd like to know what exactly are you planning for this film. And I believe you've already done 2 sessions for this film already, and has Vikram been with you on those sessions? Because he's quite strict, I mean, all of you now that you all will start working with him, as you go into it, you'll realize he's quite strict and he's quite passionate about everything he does. Even on the runway, when he's directing his own fashion show, he's always backstage telling us models what to do, telling the music mixers what music to mix. So does he do that with you as well?
was...
You can't scare them, I've already signed them. They're not going to run away. You can't do anything.
I'm just preparing them.
I'll tell
I'm
you
absolutely
from
prepared.
very-
Because he loves this music. He's going to interfere a lot, I'm telling you.
See, I'll tell you what experience we had with him when he was narrating the script in detail to us. And he had reference songs. I mean, not that we had to do songs like that, but songs which he thought would work well in a situation. And he'd be reading the script with the song playing, and he had it so well timed that when the song would end, that particular part of the script would end too. Now that's really thorough. We've never had that experience before. And Vikram belongs to those directors, especially with us, who draw out the best in us. You know, and we've had just about 3 sessions, and we've composed like 5 songs, and you know, there's more songs on their way. And it's all turning out very nice. The script is absolutely, absolutely beautiful, and it completely drew us in from just the rough narration to the final narration. In fact, you really felt even better about the film after that. And you know, I think it's going to be quite a film. And the music's turning out beautifully with lovely lyrics by Saviji. And we look forward to this.
So what kind of music is it? I mean, can you tell us a little bit about maybe the genre or the feel of the music?
I think it's too early to talk about what kind of songs and all that now. But all I can say is lyrically and melodically, it's of a very high standard, as you can see, because the film is of that nature, and it's going to touch you. That's all I can say.
All right, we're definitely going to be looking forward to that. Bipasha, can we ask you a question now? So you share a very, very close relationship with your dear friend Vikram, and apart from him making you look absolutely fabulous in his clothes, what are the directorial qualities you think he has?
Good evening, everyone. It's a very special day for all of us, and I have to say that, you know, it's a very proud moment also for me to be a part of this film, which Vikram has actually believed in, written, lived it, like what, you know, earlier, as I think each one of us have gone through a narration of this film. And I have to say, this is one of the most beautiful narrations that I've ever had. It moved me completely. I had my team with me when we actually had the first narration. And I really have to say, it's an overwhelming experience just listening to the story. And the way he presented the film to us on a narrative level, just with the music and the feel and the emotions. And at that point of time, there was no, you know, we didn't have a dialogue writer, it was just the narrator. And I really have to say that you could see the reflection of a fabulous director in him. Yes, he's very closely associated with art. Fashion is, you know, making people look beautiful. It's a lot of talent. And his aesthetics are perfect. And, you know, his aesthetics, besides the aesthetics, I really have to say he is a very sentimental, a very emotional, a very real person. The film that we are going to make, NIA, is a film which is going to move every single human being. It's not a film for just one kind of person. It's a film which is going to touch every heart. And I think I'm extremely lucky to be a part of this, and I really want to thank Vikram, because I've been a part of a lot of films, been in the business 14 years, but never ever heard a film as touching as Nia. So this is going to be extremely, extremely special for me, and I want to thank Vikram for making a film like this.
Thanks, Bipasha. Rana, you have been very picky about all the roles that you take and the subjects of each film, which is true for your Telugu movies as well. It would be interesting to know what exactly was it that made you want to be a part of Nia.
Firstly, good evening. It's been a long time since I did this in Bombay. Why am I part of this film? There was this one Sunday Vikram decided to end up in my house in Hyderabad for a narration. And firstly, after Saturday night, you don't want to wake up early for a narration. But he came very, very early. I'm like, damn, this is going to start now. And I was halfway waking up while he started narrating it to me. And 20 minutes into that narration, I started crying. I was choking. I was embarrassed because it was Vikram, somebody I don't even know very well. And we stopped for a bit. I went, washed my face, came back. I had a bunch of coffees. I'm like, and once the narration was done, I didn't even speak to him. The only question I asked him is, what do you want to eat? And that's it. And we were eating lunch and I still didn't speak to him. While I was walking out of my house, my father looked at me. I was like, this is a weird looking Rana walking around the house. So there was, obviously it's a story that moved me very, very much. I mean, look at me, I'm not a guy who usually is in that zone of things, but I'm very, very happy that Vikram chose me for this film, and I'm hoping I can do my best.
Thank you everyone. मुझे लगता है विक्रम ने मेरे बारे में कुछ ज़्यादा बोल दिया, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं। मैं सच बताऊं, जब मैं विक्रम से मिला पहली बार तो इन्होंने मुझे कोई और स्क्रिप्ट सुनाई थी, वो भी मुझे बहुत पसंद है। आई एम 100% श्योर कि वी आर गोइंग टू मेक दैट आल्सो। मगर ये स्क्रिप्ट सुनने के बाद मैंने विक्रम को बोला था कि विक्रम ये फिल्म तुमको बनानी है। विक्रम मुझे बार बार बोलता था कि समीर जी फिल्म तो बनानी है, मगर हमको तो प्रोड्यूसर ही नहीं मिल रहे हैं, आप कुछ तो कोशिश करो। और मुझे याद है हर महीने में कम से कम एक बार विक्रम का फ़ोन आता था, समीर जी आर यू सर्चिंग एनीबडी। और मैं आपसे सच कहूँ कि मुझे नहीं लगता कि इंडस्ट्री का कोई ऐसा प्रोड्यूसर होगा जिससे मैंने इस फिल्म के बारे में बात नहीं की। थैंक यू वेरी मच विक्रम, यू आर गिविंग मी सो मच क्रेडिट, बट यू डिज़र्व मच मोर। और मैं इसके लिए थैंक्स बोलना चाहता हूँ बापी को और अमित को और आपके पीछे खड़े हमारे प्रोड्यूसर राजीव को, जिन्होंने इस फिल्म में बिलीव किया और उन्होंने इस फिल्म को बनाने के लिए हाँ कहा। और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है, शंकर ने भी कहा, विपाशा ने भी कहा, राना ने भी कहा कि जो इस फिल्म की सबसे बड़ी बात है, जिसने मुझे भी मजबूर किया कि ये फिल्म बननी चाहिए, वो इस फिल्म की कहानी है। और मुझे लगता है कंटेंट ऑलवेज वर्क्स, और जो उम्मीद हम लोगों को है, मुझे लगता है विक्रम उससे बेहतर फिल्म बना के आप लोगों को दिखाएंगे। एंड आई एम होपिंग फॉर द बेस्ट एंड आई एम प्रेइंग टू गॉड। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much. Okay, I think it's time now we can throw open the questions to the media. We can all, one by one, take this press conference forward and ask them questions regarding the film. So we can start with that. Do we have mics in the audience for everyone?
Just give this one.
Can we have someone pass the mics around, please?
हेलो विक्रम, हर कोई स्टोरी की बात कर रहा है, लेकिन बताइए कौन से जॉनर की फिल्म है, क्योंकि सिर्फ हमने पोस्टर देखा है निया।
अभी पिक्चर ही बता देते हैं आपको तो। नहीं, it's a slice of life. It's about celebrating life. Nia is, the meaning of Nia means purpose. It means bright. It's not how much you live, it's what you live of life, and that is what my film is all about. My film is about celebrating life. Whatever happens, you've got to, because you live once, and you celebrate it all throughout. There is a purpose, you are born, and there is a purpose of life, and that is what my film is all about. It's a simple, straight from the heart story, and that is why everyone, I call them my family, and that is why everyone here on the dais feels so strongly about it, because I am telling a story. I am not going to be trying to show my directorial skills or my skills as aesthetics as a designer. I want to tell a story to the audience, and it is the energy of all these people that makes it so special, and that is why everybody is so sensitive about the film.
इस फिल्म में हम दम मारो दम की जोड़ी को दोबारा रिपीट होते हुए देखेंगे। किस बेस से आपने चूज किया इन दोनों को ही?
Dam Maro Dam has nothing to do with me selecting Bipasha and Rana for the film. मुझे पता था कि एक simple story में strong characters हैं. इन strong characters में एक sensitive heart चाहिए था, जो मुझे राना और बिपाशा में मिला।
समीर जी, आपने कहा कि इस फिल्म के लिए आप बहुत सारे प्रोड्यूसर्स के दर भटके, लेकिन प्रोड्यूसर्स मिले नहीं। क्या वजह थी उन्होंने मना कर दिया इस फिल्म के?
ये मुझसे क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? समझ जाना चाहिए कि इंडस्ट्री में कितने सेंसिबल लोग हैं।
Vikram, hi, Sohail over here. Congratulations to you and your team, in fact. Why particularly this subject, in fact, and how much time did you take to write this script?
Why this particular subject?
I mean to say exactly as Sameer said, it was a little difficult to get the producers, because nowadays the trend going on is like more of masala films, or you could say comedy and
You know, I would not like to. I would
yeah.
not like to put the onus onto somebody else. I just think that every producer, with putting in the money, everybody, and should, why not, is only going to be thinking of the commercial returns of a film. I am a new director. My 2015 completes 25 years of me being in the industry. I have worked. My body of work speaks as a fashion designer. I don't blame anybody who has not put in money on my film, writing as my work as a director. And that is why I always feel, every day when I go home, ever since I signed this film, I just feel that there's a certain thing that Ashish and Amit brought to the table to complete my vision. So those who did not sign me, or those who did not believe in the script, has nothing to do with, everybody has their genre of making a film. Like I know for me, comedy and action is going to be very difficult. I don't even think I would ever be able to put it on paper. But I know I would love to do romance, and I would love to do drama, and I would love to do a slice of life kind of a film, which is NIA. So every director, every producer has his genre of what they want to make or invest in. And this is what I think is my forte. I've been writing this film has been through a roller coaster ride, you know. Abhiruchi, who's doing the dialogues, and Saurabh was doing the screenplay for me. Even today, as of now, this morning, we were working on the finer points. I don't want to take cinematic liberties in the film. So when I scripted it, it was 2.5, 3 years ago. But every time I get something more to the table, and having technicians like Saurabh and Abhiruchi have just taken it to the next level. So I don't think the writing will ever stop. Even when I go on the floor, I will be adding the finishing touches every day till I make this.
Vikram, I'm Hafiz from Media News. बेहद मुबारकबाद आपको, आपकी पूरी टीम को कि इस तरह का शाहकार आप लेकर आए हैं.
आप बिग बॉस तो नहीं होस्ट करते? You sound like the big boss.
I can be. So, ये बैकग्राउंड जब हम देखते हैं तो हालांकि एक शीशा है, शीशे में कुछ बारिश की बूंदें हैं या ओस की बूंदें होंगी. अब पीछे क्या है वो जाहिर है आप बताएंगे नहीं, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगता है काफी इमोशनल फिल्म है. क्या ये एक मॉडल की स्टोरी है, जैसे माइकल स्टोफर ने जिया बनाई थी एंजेलिना जोली को लेकर? क्या ये कुछ इस तरह की कुछ है स्टोरी की, किसी की जिंदगी की कहानी है? क्या ये एक रोमांटिक फिल्म है?
एक परिवार की कहानी है. शेखर मल्होत्रा और समायरा मल्होत्रा की कहानी है. इनकी एक जर्नी है. इनके साथ जो अलग अलग किरदार है, इनकी जर्नी है. The story is not about a hero and a heroine. The story is about the purpose of life, which is NIA. The story is about characters in the film. Every character will tell you a story. I did not want to make a film where the hero and heroine are the main protagonists of the film, and they're trying to. It's a romantic film. It's an action film. I wanted to tell a story of a real time situation. इसीलिए जो हीरो है, हीरोइन है, जो अलग अलग किरदार, भले वो 5 मिनट पे स्क्रीन टाइम पे आए, they will tell you a message, a story, and they will go. So this film NIA is about celebrating life from a viewpoint from everybody in the film. Whether they are any age, any size, they will tell you a story, and that is what the whole purpose of NIA is.
विपाशा, आपसे सवाल. जितने खूबसूरत कपड़े ये बनाते हैं, ब्यूटीफुल ड्रेसेस ही में, इतनी ही अच्छी स्टोरी भी ये लिखते हैं या इतनी अच्छी नरेशन भी ये करते हैं, क्या है क्या?
I think बहुत ज़्यादा टैलेंट भरा है इनमें, क्योंकि जब पहला नरेशन हुआ, जैसे मैंने आप लोगों को बताया, it kind of stunned me because इनमें इतने इमोशंस हैं, इतने प्यार से इन्होंने ये फिल्म लिखी है, और हर सीन I've been with him, और मैंने बहुत after little gap again we have reinvented, like revisited the film, और उन्होंने इतनी अच्छी चीज़ें और ऐड की हैं और ऐड कर रहे हैं और करते रहेंगे, मुझे पता है till Jan, that it's just beautiful. It shows that, as rightfully Aman said, that he's a beautiful person. He has a great mind. You know, he thinks from his heart. Businessman उतना है नहीं विक्रम, अपने दिल से बना रहा है कुछ. I think मेरी जो चॉइस हुई है इस फिल्म में उसी के लिए हुई है. मैं भी ज़्यादा दिल से ही सोचती हूँ. So I think that's why I guess we all, in terms of music, Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy, they make soulful music from the heart. So I think the team has been very well chosen. और जैसा मैंने कहा, मैं बहुत खुशकिस्मत हूँ. मैं ये फिल्म, ये जो रोल है समायरा का, मेरे करियर का बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल होगा. आप लोग जब फिल्म देखेंगे आपको पता चलेगा. And I'm just very very happy, excited नहीं कहूँगी लेकिन because excited is a wrong word. It's about something that we all feel, you know, we as human beings, what we feel. ये जो एक चाह होती है जिंदगी की, जिंदगी को जीने की, ये चाह मुझ में बचपन से थी. और चाहे जो भी होता है लाइफ में, I believe that you have to live life and you have to love life. And that's the story of NIA. वही कहानी है कि आपको खुश रहना है, आपको जीना है. You know, it's not about pulling yourself down. So that's the spirit of NIA. And I'm very very confident that ये ऐसी फिल्म है जो सबको छुएगी.
Vikram, over here, you're right. Direction, was it a part of your dream or it just came sudden that, okay fine, I am an established designer now, I want to do something else, so just take direction as a part?
No, I would not want to say because I'm an established designer, I would like to do something. I'm a designer. That's what my bread and butter is. That's what I love doing. I know no better. Direction is some. I've been behind the camera as a technician. I've done costumes for so many films. I've always gone on a set and seen a director work. With Nikhil Advani on Salamesh, I doubled up of even helping him and understanding. Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy were on the film with us. And I would go for music recordings. And for me, I would understand that this is a whole new world. So when I started writing the film, I just thought I'd write the film and, you know, somebody would direct it. But every time I wrote a scene, I realized that if somebody else visualized it in another way, this would be a whole new film. And that's why I took up the direction.
Okay, my question is to Mr. Suri. How do you find Indian market now from over here as an industry? As a producer, what do you want to say about the Indian market?
Yeah, the Indian market is obviously, you know, a market which is it's one of the biggest film industries in the world, and I would love to bring the Australian industry and the Indian industry together. I think it's got a lot to offer to the world, and it's got a lot to offer to Australia.
Good evening, Rana. Over here. Your last film, over here. Your last Hindi film was Dum Maro Dum, and after this...
I actually did another film which is worse. Like a terrible one, you didn't even see it. Go on.
He remembers good things only.
It's nice that you remember good things. Very good. Any questions?
Why did you take so long to sign a film?
So one is I've been doing one film for the last 2.5 years, and that film is now coming to an end. And so which is why I've been shooting for that one film.
And my second question is to Shankar sir. Sir, you said that the album has 5 songs, like you have composed 5 songs for the album so far, and there are more which you are going to. So could you tell us how many songs will be a part of the album?
No, when we say we've composed 5 songs, we are in the process of composing. While composing, we even compose 20 songs. And then we, you know, choose out of that what is good for the album. So we already had sittings where we have tuned about 5 songs, out of which we have to choose.
Hi, I'm Riya from Stardust. My question is for Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy. Everybody's been talking about the music of the film, how important it is. So can we say that it's a musical type of format, the film, or is it just something that will be very melodious to hear, and of course everyone will purchase the music?
I know you are desperately probing, but it's good melodies, that's for sure.
See, for a film like this, I think it's music, lyrics, dialogues, performances, they're all integral, a very integral part of the film. And it's as important as, you know, any other parameter of the film. So all these aspects have to be really, really strong and up there for the film to work.
Hello sir, I am JD from G News. Sir, my question is Bipasha Basu and Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy. सर, भारत की सफाई अभियान में 9 रत्नों के रूप में कैलाश खेर, मनोज तिवारी और राजू श्रीवास्तव जैसे लोगों का चयन किया गया है. आप लोग की क्या प्रतिक्रिया रहेगी और इस सिलेक्शन के बारे में क्या कहेंगे?
मुझे सिर्फ राजू श्रीवास्तव सुनाई. I didn't understand. Sorry, somebody have to ask. I didn't understand.
Hello. Hello.
My question is, भारत की सफाई अभियान में 9 रत्नों के रूप में कैलाश खैर, मनोज तिवारी, राजू श्रीवास्तव जैसे 9 नामों का चयन किया गया है। तो आप लोगों का इस सफाई अभियान के प्रति क्या प्रतिक्रिया रहेगी और आप लोग किस तरह से योगदान देना चाहेंगे इस सफाई अभियान में?
हम लोग का नाम वो 9 रत्नों में नहीं है तो भी हम लोग सफाई
Hi Vikram. Yeah. As a director of choreography, as a fashion designer, now the director of a movie, can you tell me more about this journey? Because you have already models like them. They thought that you'll come up with a movie with to have a designing part and everything. But can you tell me more about your movie?
About my movie or my journey?
Journey.
Okay, I started 25 years ago. I started as a fashion choreographer. I started directing shows for other designers. While understanding fabrics, while seeing designer clothes, I just thought that this is a great medium of putting forth what your vision is by taking a fabric, by cutting it, by value additioning it, making it into a full garment. And I just thought the whole process of buying raw fabric and creating and dressing somebody up was in itself the most beautiful experience. Forget what you make out of it. I became a designer. When I started designing clothes, I was not doing films. From films, my first, the first time I ever started doing films was in a film with Shankar called Hindustani, with Urmila, Kamal Hassan and Manisha Koirala. That was the first film I ever did. And then I never looked back. I just, I went on, and I think whatever I am today is because of cinema. I then expanded my brand all over the world, which is the Vikram Phadnis label. Started writing my script. I've met the most beautiful people in this business, and that is why you see where I am today on this platform. I would not barter this. If I had to turn back the clock, I would not barter this for anything else in the world. I would relive every single bit that I did, whether it was an up or a down, I would still relive it the same very way. And today I'm making a film. I just hope that people understand my kind of cinema and what I'm trying to make and what I want to make. What is my story that I want to tell. And I don't think I'm going to look back from here. I'm loving the process. I have a great team back at home, back at work. This is not the only team. I have a great team of assistants. I have young blood working with me. Sometimes when I go back to sleep in the night, I wonder, why did I not do this 15 years ago? It's a great experience. I understand where from Rana, Bipasha, Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy, Samir Saab, from where they come, what their body of work speaks. And I just hope that it's a new beginning for me with the help of all these people.
May we request for just last 2 questions, please? That's all we have time for. Hello?
Just one second, sorry.
Hello. Hi, this is Latika from 9XM. I just wanted to ask you, because you just said in a statement that fashion designing is your bread and butter. So in this movie, are you going to take a break from designing and only focus on directing, or are you going to be
Not at all. Not at all. You never give up what you do, what made you. Whatever I am today is because of clothes. A piece of fabric got me to this place. I will never give that up. For me, designing is something that I know to do best. I will never give up designing, irrespective of how many films I do. That is what made me, and that is what I will always do.
विक्रम जी, मेरा आपसे ये प्रश्न है इसमें कि जैसे आपने बताया कि सारे चीज़ें आप बहुत ध्यानपूर्वक कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज आपका ये रिव्यू है और बहुत सारी चीज़ें सोच समझ के कर रहे हैं। लेकिन मेरा प्रश्न आपसे ये है, इसमें आप सबसे ज़्यादा आपको क्या समस्या आ रही है? क्योंकि आप अभी जानते हैं, अभी करोड़ 100 करोड़ यही सारे चलते हैं, तो ऐसे में आप अपने आप को किस तरह से
मेरे को तो प्रोड्यूसर ने 100 करोड़ दे दिया है, तो मेरे को बाकी के क्या 100 करोड़ है आइडल।
लेकिन फिर भी आप क्या चीज़ एक मतलब मापदंड रखेंगे ताकि लोग आपकी फिल्मों
you know, honestly, I don't want any hanging sword on my head. Whether I sit on music, whether I sit on dialogues, I am doing something that I believe. I only know one thing, that I'm a producer's person. I don't care whether I don't touch the 100 crore club. I only know that every person sitting and involved with this film has to benefit in some way. If my producer is investing in me, it is not for my creative satisfaction. It is because he's investing in my vision. I have to make sure that he's sowing the seeds. I have to make sure that there is a plant coming out of it. I will make sure that everybody on this film, in some way or the other, takes them forward in their respective careers, whatever they do. So for me, I don't know about the 100 crore club. I salute the people who make that kind of money because that cinema is understood by every Indian. So it's great. If I can touch the 100 crore club, it's great. But that's not why I'm making a film. I'm making a film to tell a story, to make I know Shankar-Ehsaan-Loy will give me the best. I know Sameer Saab will do his best. It's not about people sitting here. It's about everybody putting in their little bit, making a beautiful plant. And when the flowers grow, then you start counting how many flowers were on that tree.
विक्रम, आप अपनी फिल्म में डायरेक्टर तो हैं ही, तो क्या कोरियोग्राफी और ड्रेस डिजाइन भी खुद करेंगे या किसी और को लेंगे?
मैं एक्टिंग भी करने वाला हूँ और रिलीज भी मैं खुद कर लूँगा और खुद ही पिक्चर देख लूँगा।
Bipasha, I have a question for you.
नहीं, I'm not going to be doing the costumes. Bipasha has a personal stylist who's really working hard on the film, and my team, my entire team, who's worked with me for so many years, is styling the entire film.
Bipasha, I have a question for you here. Cinema these days is celebrating 20 years of the timeless movies of the late 90s. So which one of from the movie that you have done would you like to see or you would be proud of 20 years later?
Well, you know, every film that you have been a part of has taken you forward. 14 years in the business for a lady without any, you know, backing is not an easy task. Everybody knows that in this business. So for me, each one is special, and I really have to say that every single film I have benefited and learned something out of it. So I'm not going to be like just thinking about, I've always said that, you know, I don't want to be remembered. Everyone has asked me, so you want, you know, how do you want to be remembered in this business? I just believe that while the journey is on, I just want to have fun and I want to enjoy it, and that's what I do, and I guess that's why I'm here. So 20 years, who has seen it, you know? I don't know. I've not even seen 1 year after this. So I'm just happy entertaining people, and I get a lot of selfless love from all of you. So I'm just happy with that.
Hello.
Any days, 7 साल हो गए यही question पूछते हो तुम लोग. Yeah, you know, like you know, with every passing year, I feel that you know, I have the money, I am famous, I am independent, and I need to do things that I like. So I don't want to just do things for the heck of it. I've never been a part of this herd race ever, and I like to do things at my pace. I like to live my life, and that's the person I am always, and that's the pace I'm following till now. No, I did this film. Yeah. No, I really have to say I did this film only because I'm doing this film only because of the story, and then in the process I've gotten to understand that Vikram is going to be a fantastic director because he is all heart, and it's a cinema, the language of cinema. If it doesn't come from the heart, and if it's just a project, it stays a project. It's shallow. But this is going to be one of those fine films that I'm going to be really, really proud of. And that's why I'm doing the film.
Well, like I said, I've been through many narrations. I'm a writer myself. I've written scripts myself. And when I met Vikram, somebody uncle said, you have to meet him. You have to hear the narration first. I was like, let's see what he has. And when he narrated the script, I forgot my scripts. I forgot the scripts I've ever heard. And I was like, I don't care. I called Amit and I was like, listen Amit, we have to make this. We have to catch hold of this because I know it's going to be big. And it was something that merged with my visualization of the future. And I know this is going to be really big in the future.
Thank you. My question is to Sameer ji. You know, a lot of complaint nowadays on the decodifying, you know, the lyrics, the double meaning lyrics basically. So what kind of songs we are going to have in the film? Just if you can throw a light.
Only one word. In this film, there is no double meaning lyrics.
Thank you.
Rana, do you think it's a perfect comeback for you in Bollywood again?
Where do you send us all, man? Every time you guys make me also come back. Everyone's here.
I think it's a nice comeback to people. I've been here only 3 films, but you all have been watching me, so it will be a great comeback for you all to watch me again. Clearly.
बिपाशा आपकी लास्ट फिल्म टीचर थी जो बॉक्स ऑफिस पे उम्मीदें थी लेकिन इतनी खरी नहीं उठी, तो हाउ यू कोप अप?
नहीं, हम लोगों ने पैसे बना लिए। पैसे जितने बनाने थे बना लिए मैंने। हाँ, उससे अच्छी हो सकती थी। It was definitely a new attempt, or I definitely am very proud to be a part of that film, and I love my friend Vikram Bhatt, and I hope he keeps on making, putting new ideas. My God, I just realized Vikram and Vikram. I love Vikrams, I guess.
Okay, I think that's all we have time for. On that note, I think it's a great note to end this press conference. Thank you everyone for being here. And everyone just come together for a photo opportunity, please.